Every day we learn more about how companies collect our personal information. Now one of Canada's biggest loyalty card programs, Aeroplan, is promising to delete the data from an 80-question survey that, among other things, asked about racial purity and whether men are superior. CTV's Vennavally-Rao on the backlash.
At first, the online survey for Aeroplan seemed innocent enough to Lacey Wilmot, who was offered a free 100 Aeroplan miles in return for completing it.
The survey was about shopping and consumption habits.
But after several questions along those lines, she was shocked when the subject matter shifted, asked if she agreed or disagreed with statements like, "The father of the family must be the master in his own house," and "Overall, there is too much immigration, it threatens the purity of the country."
Why is Aeroplan asking me about this, and what does this have to do with shopping habits?
Wilmot was especially concerned after recent stories involving Facebook quizzes and how data was used by the UK firm Cambridge Analytica. So she tweeted about the Aeroplan survey, prompting the program's owner, Amia, to vow to stop the survey and delete the data. In a statement saying, "We apologize to any members who were offended by the questions, which we had not properly reviewed internally," adding aspects of the survey don't meet the standards we hold ourselves to.
I found the questions bizarre.
This professor, who specializes in ethics, says he can't understand why Aeroplan would need to know someone's stance on immigration.
It's not their business. They shouldn't be asking it. And I think Aeroplan was right to apologize and to scrap everything.
But the polling company that conducted the survey for Aeroplan is standing by its questions.
These questions that we ask have been asked for all the major brands in the country. We've been doing that for the last 30 years.
Alain Giguère says it can be helpful for brands to know where a society is heading, and that very bold questions, like the one about immigration and a country's purity, often get the most honest answers.
I agree that the statement is awful, but 43% of Canadians agree with such an item.
As for Lacey Wilmot, she thinks just because that question's been asked on surveys for decades doesn't make it okay now. Lisa.
All right, Vennavally-Rao in Toronto tonight.